Greetings, fellow Americans, international viewers, and extraterrestrials. Jared Petty here from IGN. Today we're getting our motor running and heading on down the highway, easy rider style, in the new GTA Online Independence Day Special. Yep, we've got a new motorcycle here. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's all kinds of new features in this pack, including, behold, the Liberator monster truck. Yeah, if you're willing to dish out the $250,000, this thing will put you back. I got to be honest with you, when it comes to the fun factor, it's pretty much worth the cash. Why is that? Well, for one, it's practically indestructible. I had this thing pounded on by helicopter machine guns for about 20 minutes without an explosion. For a second, it will drive over just about anything. You know how some GTA vehicles, you'll run into them and things will explode, you'll kind of damage your vehicle? No, not here. You can run over car after car after car after car, and it seems to do practically no damage to the Liberator. I have driven this thing around for a solid hour, running into everything I possibly can, and have sustained no significant damage. I can run over vehicles again and again and again and again. I can crash into objects and simply bounce right over them. Honestly, it handles a lot like a gigantic version of the ATV. One of the only weird things about it is that small bushes and trees seem to catch it so that it rolls up on them. As you see, highway barriers are no longer a problem. That actually makes this thing really useful for getting into areas that are a little difficult to get to with a vehicle otherwise. I've enjoyed that factor, but you watch, we've gone over probably 15 cars here, no problem at all. Yeah, light poles, no problem for it. But the real hidden joy of this comes when you want to get out into those wilderness areas. I like taking vehicles out into the less populated parts of the GTA world, and this sucker will climb anything. It will go up the side of Mount Chiliad like a spider crawling up a wall. I mean, there's just nothing these tires can't grip to. You don't have to have a lot of momentum, you don't have to build up your speed, and if you handle it right, those nice floaty mechanics actually work in your favor. So yeah, you can get to a lot of really secluded areas very easily. You can get to the top of a lot of the mountains if you just want to fool around. I like that part of it. Look how easily we scaled that hill. There's really no other GTA vehicle that would have done that as easily. So here we are, rewarded for our climb by a view of the beautiful city of Los Santos. What do? Well, we're going to celebrate with fireworks. That's right. Yep, we've got fireworks in this pack, which is easily my favorite thing about it. This is the shoulder-mounted fireworks launcher, which shoots a multicolored starburst, and it's a lot of fun to play around with. We'll put on a little show for the people there in town, but we purchased that at Ammunition, and yeah, shells for it. It can carry about 20, just like the rocket launcher. In terms of damage as a weapon, it's pretty much a downgraded launcher. It's mostly for cosmetic effect. You see, we've actually got a couple other weapons below it. Oh, look, there's a musket. We'll talk about that in a minute. But below that musket, we look down and we see actual fireworks. Now, these are placed through the interaction menu. That's that menu that allows you to set up your emoticons and things like that. You can buy up to 10 fireworks at a time. You see they come in 4 varieties, and then you can walk around and place them. You can place up to 10 at a time. You can also place timers on them if you want to do sequencing. And then when you're ready, when you've got them all laid out how you like them, you hit the play button here, and the fireworks go off in sequence. Now, since each person can carry 10, if you can get together with a few friends, you can actually set up some, pretty impressive little shows. You can also, if you're feeling really ambitious, do some cool things like, oh, I don't know, climb the Vinewood sign, Hollywood sign, Vinewood sign, whatever, and climb to the top of that and reach these little flat platforms on top. And I discovered that if you're willing to take the time to do this, and it takes pretty much an entire day or night cycle to set this up, you can climb to the top of all of these and place 10 different rockets. I suggest, since there's 8 letters in Vinewood, you place 1 rocket on each of the outer edge signs, and then 2 rockets on the E and the W, so that you get a little more there in the center. Place your 10 rockets. Then once you've got them all how you want them, climb back down those ladders, and eventually you're going to step back to a good vantage point and get a show. Now, to be frank with you, the effect is not as impressive with 10 fireworks as you'd like, but still, it's just something to, you fire rockets off the Vinewood sign. That's pretty cool. There it was. That's all 10 of them going off at once there. I was a little proud of myself. That only took me 3 hours to put together. All right, moving on. We also have musketry. Now, we're going to have to vouch a little for you. Oh, wait. How am I going to try a musket out? Why, look, it's IGN's own John Ryan. And look, one shot fells him out of the cockpit of that helicopter. How about that? Let's walk over to finish him off. Look at them mutton chops. And, oh! Well, he disappeared. Okay. Not sure if that was supposed to happen, but whatever. So the musket, you notice, can be fired one time and then has to be reloaded. A little bit of historical inaccuracy here. It actually took a lot longer to reload a musket unless you were a trained British regular who could actually pull it off in about 15 seconds on the battlefield, according to a lot of accounts. Ooh, look at that mullet. That's another one of the haircuts available in the new pack. Beautiful mutton chops and little musketry. Yeah, just a quick reload there. And the age-old question of who would win in a musket versus helicopter fight, we're finally going to answer that. Get a little reloading in there, a little fire it off, and the answer is helicopter. Yes, folks, this is why we don't use muskets anymore, but it's fun to play around with. We've also got 7 new properties, and you notice a lot of these are kind of domestic house type things here in the pack. You always enjoy having a new place to hang out, but this is what really got me. Folks, look at that. That is, for all practical intents and purposes, the Easy Rider bike. And, I mean, really, I have Steppenwolf screaming through my head right now. It's all I can do to keep from singing along. That or a little bit of, Arlo Guthrie's I don't want to pickle, just want to ride on a motorcycle. I don't want to tickle, I'd rather ride a motorcycle. Now I don't want to die, I just want to ride on my motorcycle. But yeah, Expletive, the Pusher Man, and all that. Here we have the Easy Rider bike, and that's pretty rad. So I hope you enjoyed this, folks, this 4th of July special. And if you want to take a look here and see a metaphor, oh, right there, there's a metaphor for the decline of America, motorcycle in the rain with an SUV driving by. Ladies and gentlemen, for all your patriotic wants and needs, we hope that you will tune in here to IGN, and thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with this Star-Spangled Kill for the day. Yep, there we are. Thanks a lot. Glad to have you. Keep it locked, etc. At all. Whatever. Bye-bye.